While tending the flock of his father-in-law, Jethro, Moses arrives at Mount Horeb, also known as the Mountain of God. There he notices something extraordinary, a bush engulfed in flames but not consumed by the fire. As Moses approaches, God calls out to him from within the bush, saying, "Moses, Moses." God instructs Moses to take off his sandals because the ground is holy. This moment marks the beginning of Moses' divine calling. God tells Moses that he has seen the suffering of his people in Egypt. He promises to deliver them from slavery and lead them to a land flowing with milk and honey. Then God gives Moses a monumental mission, to go to Pharaoh and demand the release of the Israelites. Understandably, Moses feels inadequate for such a task. He questions his abilities and wonders if the Israelites will even believe him. God responds with reassurance, saying, "I will be with you." To strengthen Moses' faith, God provides miraculous signs. 1. Turning Moses' staff into a serpent. 2. Making Moses' hand leprous and then restoring it. 3. Turning water from the Nile into blood. God demonstrates his power and assures Moses that he will equip him for the task. Despite the signs, Moses still hesitates, citing his lack of eloquence. God, in his patience, appoints Aaron, Moses' brother, to speak on his behalf. Finally, Moses agrees to go. He gathers his family and sets out for Egypt, carrying the staff of God in his hand. On the way, a strange and critical event occurs. God confronts Moses, seemingly ready to kill him, because Moses had failed to circumcise his son, a sign of God's covenant with Abraham. Zipporah, Moses' wife, quickly performs the circumcision, and God's anger is averted. This moment underscores the importance of covenant obedience. Once in Egypt, Moses and Aaron meet with the elders of Israel. Aaron speaks the words God gave Moses, and the signs are performed. The people believe and bow down in worship, filled with hope that God has heard their cries. Moses and Aaron go to Pharaoh and deliver God's command. "Let my people go so that they may hold a festival to me in the wilderness." Pharaoh, however, responds arrogantly, saying, "Who is the Lord that I should obey him? I do not know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go." Pharaoh accuses the Israelites of being lazy and increases their workload. He orders that no straw be provided for making bricks, yet the Israelites must still meet the same production quotas. This harsh punishment plunges the Israelites into deeper despair. When the Israelite foremen are beaten and blamed for failing to meet quotas, they turn on Moses and Aaron, accusing them of making their situation worse. Disheartened, Moses cries out to God, asking why this trouble has come upon the people. In response to Moses' doubts, God reaffirms his covenant. He declares, "I am the Lord," and promises to deliver the Israelites with a mighty hand. God reminds Moses of his promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, assuring him that the Israelites will be freed from slavery and brought to the promised land. Despite God's assurances, the Israelites are too discouraged by their harsh labor to listen to Moses. Nevertheless, God commands Moses and Aaron to return to Pharaoh and continue demanding Israel's release. The chapter concludes with a genealogy of Moses and Aaron, emphasizing their God-given roles as leaders of Israel.